Take a look in my game face. Ain't no stopping me. You know I'm coming in first place. Well, stop it till I get that ring. I'ma dominate all day. No matter who you bring, I will not lose. Yeah. I will not lose. I will not lose.
Yo, what up? It's your boy, JJ Stone, a.k.a. Black Gritty. It is another Tuesday night. It is 9 o'clock. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're probably sitting here crying with me, and I appreciate you. So a lot of stuff to get into. But let me just start off before I bring the guys on. It is the hardest thing in the world being a Philadelphia fan. I know the other teams suck. We could be the Jets. I get it. I know what you're saying. I could be a Jets fan. I could be a Mets fan. But I'm just saying collectively, when it comes to coming close to the precipice of enjoying happiness and joy and having it ripped out from your heart, there is nothing like the city of brotherly love. I mean, we only birthed America. We gave the nation, we gave the world so many things. And what do we get in return? We get to suffer and crawl and fight back into a cave and a hole in the fetal position. And that is what it's like being a Philadelphia fan. If you're watching this, if you're listening later on, just know that if you're raising your children to be Philly fans, 4 for 4, 5 for 5, you're a terrible individual and a horrible parent. And I should be calling CPS on each and every one of you. Say what's up to the people, Jason.
How we doing, everybody? You know, I was proud of myself for not being super sad at the end of that game last night. And now I just realized that I'm on like hour 22 of just being pissed off.
Welcome to the party. Harry.
Damn. I mean, I'm going to try to be hopeful but hurt during this episode. We'll see if I can do it. I've definitely, like you said, I mean, it's like it would almost be easier just to say we sucked and have glimpses of doing well instead of like being close as often as we are. So let's hash it out.
You have to be wearing a Sixers
jersey. I still riding with my guy, you know, Joel. Let's go. I still love him.
So we're going to talk about it, but just so I make sure I get all this right. Joel Embiid, trash. Lowry, trash. Morey, trash. Nick Nurse, trash. Maxi flu game. Every single Photoshop that was put out there, Michael Jordan, trash. You're all trash.
Yeah.
Be healed. First 2 points ever to play game. No wonder why you never played a playoff game, because you're trash. Kane, you didn't touch the floor, so I can't blame you. Boom, boom, batoom. Were you in a room? Where were we at? Tobias Harris, the Hamburglar. He's the Hamburglar. He's the guy on the McDonald's roster that you don't know what he does. He doesn't speak, but you know he's rolling around just snatching up birds. Yeah. At least Grimace gave me a Grimace shake that went crazy in the street. You know, Tobias Harris is the Hamburglar.
Goddamn.
I can't stand that man. And again, great human being, lovely person.
Yeah.
At this point, Franklin the dog is about to get put on a leash and walk down the dang because we have absolutely nothing to clap our hands about. Everybody, 76ers. 76ers. Terrible.
You gotta redo that list Kelly Oubre style, like you're trash. You're trash.
Yeah, you're a bitch. You're a bitch. Hey, don't even sugarcoat it.
Oubre, I love Kelly Oubre, and I know he. Let me say something positive. They're doing a damn good negating Brunson. Yep. He's shooting 7 for 30. I understand what they're trying to do, but Oubre is wasting all of his energy on defense, chasing this man around, and it seems like he can't get his offensive groove back. So at some point, without Tobias doing anything, now Oubre is not giving you the 15 to 20 he would normally give you because he's running around like a rabid dog. I hate it here. I'm not happy. It's all terrible. And I was just telling these guys earlier, everybody on the internet is JJ Redick and they know basketball and everything you say is casual. Right now, today is one of those days where it doesn't matter who you want to pick. You're right. Hey, the Knicks wanted it more. Damn straight they did. The Knicks fought through those fouls and those plays. They sure did. The refs screwed us multiple times. Fact. Joel Embiid giving you the best that I got, baby, for the first 3 quarters. But just like a lot of things, the ladies didn't get to finish at the end. I mean, he gave you a whole bunch of pumps, but it wasn't giving you the second. And that's what you're getting from Joel right now. It's not going to get better. He's going to get progressively worse because he's injured. He's not going to get stronger. He's going to get weaker. So then Tyrese Maxey, flu game, I'm sick. I don't like taking medicine. I took the IV. I did all the things you wanted me to do. You also disappeared in the 3rd quarter, but you came back like jumping jack flash in the 4th, and you did everything you could besides keeping the last shot for yourself, stopping when you're running 18 miles an hour and letting him run over your back and get the foul call on your little legs because, again, you're young and you don't have the adjustment and the wherewithal to collect these fouls the proper way that everybody else does. Kyle Lowry, a veteran. I've told this man's a winner. He only won when LeBron James went to the West. He only won when Kawhi Leonard came here and got a triple doink on us. He is a loser perennially, and he got one shining moment. But even then, he's a winner. Nick Nurse is a winner. How does Kyle Lowry not call a timeout? It doesn't matter who. Oh, the bench only scored 7 points, and the Knicks bench scored 30 points. It doesn't matter what you say today. You're right. No matter what side you're on, no matter where you're at, no matter what you believe in, you are absolutely right. And we lost terribly. Somebody say something about give yourself a break because I'm so angry about this.
It's crazy to think about what changes year after year. Like, what series were you talking about just now? You could have been talking about any number of series over the past 7 years. It's the same excuses and same storylines every time that they lose. The same thing happens every time. The coach changed, the role players change, but they all come up small when it matters the most.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, that's a good point, Jason. It could apply to a lot of series, but for me, like, it goes back to, on some level, the aura of all this in Philadelphia. Like, there's always something, right? Some little energy that kind of shifts things in a way that maybe we do have things figured out, and then, or maybe we can still salvage something that's not figured out. And I'm using this to say, like, Nick Nurse, man, those timeouts at the end of the game, like, if he gets those timeouts off or the ref sees him on the first one, like, what are we talking about? I don't know.
Right. We were all saying, call a timeout, and he was calling a timeout. He wasn't getting them, but at least on the retro, you could see that he was doing it.
Right.
At that point, run in their face.
He should have been more emphatic about getting that timeout.
Yeah,
get on the court and get the timeout.
His explanation for saying, like, we wanted a quick inbounds, like, I get it, but there should be a sense of urgency, like a super, super stressful sense of nervousness where it's like, I have this one chance here. Like, there's going to be, if my player inbounds it too quick or whatever, like, I need to be ready to call this timeout and scream in their faces. I don't know. At the end of the day, like, it's me speculating too, saying that because how many times does that timeout get called, right? Like, how many times? 9 times out of 10, maybe 8 times out of 10. Like, usually that's the right call. And I mean, I'm sure we'll talk about more like ref stuff later, but for me, it's just like, man, we have the coach now. We have the coach that's going to call the timeout in the right time. We have the coach that's mentally ready to do it, and still somehow, like, we can't get that last piece. And for me, the core, like, play piece that hurts the most is just watching, like, those Villanova guys freaking go after every single rebound, man. And OG, like, their whole team, all the role players, they box out. They don't take plays off. And I feel like for us, one play off here and there, and that's the game, right? Nick Batum didn't box out, or whoever it was at the end of the game that Hardenstein got that rebound. It's just like, you cannot not be completely focused and locked in, and it just feels like that's part of it too. So,
Jason, remind me to punch Harry in the face.
He got that rebound on everyone but Maxey, by the way. He was on the ground still.
Maxey's on the ground, and 3 Sixers are standing around not moving. Yeah. Joel's the only one with an excuse because he's got a broken leg.
Yeah, the other
everybody else is just like, why are you, Tobias? I know you want to go play for the Detroit Pistons so bad, but you've got to go to the ball. You've got to go help. And again, I'm putting all of that, the timeout thing, Tyrese could have called timeout on the floor when he was laying there instead of trying to throw the ball around.
Yes.
But I was told that Kyle Lowry was a winner.
Yeah.
If you see the guy you're trying to inbound the ball to scrambling and getting swarmed, I don't even care about that foul of him getting tugged because he pushed what's the name out of the frame on the offensive foul. He threw it out of the frame. Here's my thing, not for nothing. If you're not going to call a timeout, let's say they didn't have a timeout, I'm gonna ask you in the shortest way possible, Jason. You don't have a timeout. You're trying to inbound the ball underneath the basket. What do? You don't
throw it to the corner where he's going to get trapped. I know that for sure.
Harry, what do you do?
And that situation, I mean, like, I agree. You don't throw it to the corner. I'd probably run some sort of action with someone going long and trying to at least get it in the front court. But we had a timeout though. We had a timeout, so it's like
no, you're not.
I know.
Throw it up the court. Get it
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
you.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
No. You gave a play. I said,
Yeah, make a play and throw it up the court. Exactly.
No. Throw the ball 92 feet.
Yes. That's what I
Opposite
said.
direction of the basket. Because if anything, your other three offensive players are in the back scrambling.
Yep.
I don't care if you throw it in the sky, hit the scoreboard, and cherry bomb that bitch all the way to the other. Like, you've got to have some kind of awareness, and to just throw it directly underneath the basket in front of you when he's
Terrible.
covered by two people who have been pit bulls on you every single minute of every single day. Like, it makes no sense for Kyle Lowry, who I was told is a winner. And also, Villanova, if you want to tweet out the pride that you have in your players when they just beat Philadelphia, you can go fuck yourself. You'll never be part of Philadelphia.
I
You'll
tried to
never
tell
be.
you.
No, I don't have pride. I just said that they were Vanova guys, so I didn't have to name all of them.
Jay Wright can never be coach the Sixers. Like, that's over.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say now I also hate the Knicks now on a level that I didn't expect to. I mean, there's some level of just like the favoritism of the league and the favoritism of the refs, but also just their fans, bro. Like burning Embiid's jersey after game one, like, and all that shit, and just the way they're talking now and the cockiness. Like, I want this comeback so bad. Like, it's gonna be so sweet if we get this comeback, and I'm bitter.
We're not getting this comeback, and they are scumbags. And you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck New York. I try not to cuss this episode. Sometimes I get so mad. It's a slope downhill. But my point to them is, like, when they're saying fuck Embiid and Joel Embiid misses free throws, that's soft. You're soft, Joel. Yep. You're crumbling underneath the pressure. Then on top of that, when you cheer when he goes down and is injured, that's scumbag stuff. If Philadelphia did that, we would be destroyed. And we don't even do that. We might boo you for bricking for chicken or whatever. And at one time they said something to Isaiah Thomas when he was out there shooting. And it's like, okay, I get it. But my God, those people booing Joel's injury and then clearly saying fuck Embiid. I have small children. They're not my children, but somebody's children were watching, and they had to hear that. And it's bad for business. It's bad for the league, and it is gross and disgusting. And they're nothing but trash animals up there in New York. And that's why Madison Square Garden is the mecca of bullshit. They're never going to win anything. And every single fan, our boy Aaron from Clayton, our boy Aaron, he don't put the hat on. He out here. I was like, I didn't even know you was a Knicks fan. You've been underneath a rock like a little creature for the last decade, but now you out here because you playing the Sixers. And guess what? It don't matter if we get blown out the next 2 games. The Knicks ain't going nowhere either. So I can't wait to put the fingers back up on you. So just know that that's going to happen, Harry. Harry, you want to talk about the refs?
Yes,
Should
I
refs
do.
be held accountable, Harry?
Yes. Oh my God. Honestly, like, I haven't thought about it in terms of some, like, consequence sort of situation, but like they need to at least be asked questions by reporters after games, like on some level, or have one representative like of their crew go out and be like, at least face the music a little bit. And then if they give bullshit answers like they do with the tweets about the 2-minute reports and the lack of accountability there, where they're just trying to throw it, oh hey, we messed up, can't do anything about it. Like, at this point, I just want them to at least be destroyed by the media and the fans a little bit more. And then maybe they'll be accountable to themselves and be like, you know what, this sucks. I want to get the calls right. Like, I'm tired of this treatment. So, I don't know. I'd fine them or fire them or hire new people. Like, it needs to be some accountability. It's crazy. But at the same time, the league fucking always has agendas, man. They're always telling the ref shit and, like, swallow the whistles at the end of the game or something. It's like, again, do your job. Like, you should know at the end of the game, how long have you been a ref for? Look at the fucking coach. Like, I'm sorry, I'm cursing a lot too. I mean, at this point, I hate the refs.
Go through you. You're good. Like I said, that's why
Angel Hernandez.
I'm trying not to. Also, what up, Riz? What up, chat? What up, everybody? So the refs have a after action accountability thing where they're supposed to sit down and get interviewed. It's not on camera or anything like that, but they were 1 minute late. So they ushered the reporters out. And it's it's just a minute. Yeah. Like, they should be down on camera having to look at the film and answer it, not putting out this action report saying, we were wrong on this, and this. You should be deducted pay. Yep. You should be deducted playoffs. Like, you should be demoted from reffing it. If you've got more than 2 missed calls in the fourth quarter of a game, you shouldn't be allowed to ref another playoff game. Mm-hmm. And if we get down to it, if you got to have me and Nick Batum out there reffing, that's what I prefer, because at some point there has to be some accountability. And baseball this week, I mean, I didn't put it on the list of things to do, but that Yankees, the head coach,
Aaron Boone,
out of the game because a fan behind him said something.
That was great.
And the ump was like, "I don't care if you said it or not." And I'm like, "What?"
Bro,
like,
umpires in baseball might be the worst about
I didn't
that.
do it. And somebody put up Aiden Hernandez like, Bryce Harper's getting thrown out of certain games every single year.
Yeah.
He's getting thrown out of 3 games a year, and it's because of one guy who just hates Bryce Harper. I don't know if he slept with his daughter, didn't marry her or something. Like, I don't know what happened, but it's just bad refereeing. They need to be full-time.
Yeah.
They need to be accountable, and they need to be penalized. Like, there's got to be some kind of penalty. By the way, shout out to LeBron James, the king. While he was in the midst of crying on his own thing, he was down 20. He should blame himself.
Yeah.
He did give a shout out to the Sixers and us getting jobbed.
He did.
Because they got jobbed at the end too. I mean, but their job, they did it on their own. They did what the Sixers usually do. Last night, this is the worst loss the Sixers have ever had. And I'm like, did you start watching basketball? Every single person that said that, I wanted to stab in the eye. I'm like, yo, don't you disrespect the pain in my heart, okay? Because I'll tell you right now, I'm probably one of the dumbest people in America. Because Jason, Harry, you two know. Yeah, at least when y'all had hope. Am I right?
Yeah.
And
of course.
What have I been doing? I was the first one in your lives where you didn't want to talk to me. You didn't want to talk to me. We're friends, and me and Harry are like, bro, you hate me because I hate you right now. Like, it's not me, it's them. It's not you. I have been hating on the Sixers, knowing what they're going to do in the beginning of each and every year for the last 10 years. And my dumbass still sits here believing and hoping and praying that it doesn't come to fruition, even though I know that it does. Even though I know that it will. Even though now everybody's finally on my side, which makes it even worse. Because now everybody's with me. I'm like, well, this might be the year when it flips around. And it doesn't. It's the same thing. It's just pain. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing that every single year, Joel Embiid, one of the best players in the world, one of the best offensive scorers we've ever seen in our lifetime, is going to be hurt in the playoffs. And when I say sit him for 42 games, let him play every other game, I get laughed at. I get told I'm stupid. I don't know ball. Well, I mean, thinking that Joel Embiid, after being injured and not playing for a month, is going to come back fully healthy makes you a slow person. Okay, we don't like to use the R word anymore, but I think you're a slow person to say we have a healthy Joel Embiid. He played 8 games. He didn't dunk one time. And yes, he puts up 30 points in the first 3 quarters of every game. We were blowing people out, and then he gets to sit. Well, now when you need him to play the whole time, 0 points in the 4th quarter. And, you know Embiid, he's trying his best. He gave you 30 points. Yes, in the 3rd quarter. Then the 4th quarter, when you need him most, him missing those free throws is probably the worst thing I've ever seen him do, besides not taking a shot. If there's nothing else, you don't need lift to hit free throws. You miss those free throws because they were saying fuck Joel. Like, that's all it could be. You're at 3. He missed 3, right?
Yes.
In a row? Harry, when's the last time you remember Joel Embiid missing 3 free throws in a row?
Never. I don't mean if he did, he probably went on a streak of 4 years, before he did it again. Like, that's rare.
Of 3 in a row.
He takes it personally when he misses free throws. Usually, he takes it personally, and he makes sure he makes the next one. So, it's crazy.
I've seen him split a billion times.
Yeah, exactly.
1-1-1-1-1, 2-2-2. I've never seen him miss 3 in a row like that, because whenever there's pressure, he shrinks underneath the pressure, and that doesn't have to be with him being injured. All that has to do is with having heart, because you're standing at the free throw line. You don't have to jump. You don't have to move. You just have to do the thing. And if you'd hit 1 out of 3, I wouldn't be killing you. But for you to miss 3, 5 points in the 4th quarter, that could have been 3 more points in the game. And then, okay, let's talk about Max.
It's the rebounds that really kill you.
We're gonna get to the rebound.
Yeah.
Like I said, every angle's the right angle. So
Exactly.
You know, we done did Naris, we done did. Now we're about to go to Maxey.
Most improved player winner.
Yep, today officially.
Hey, I don't care. Positive. I don't care.
We knew it was coming.
Kobe White's the most improved player.
No.
Hey, look. My favorite thing is those analytic stats when people come again. Yeah. I'm a casual. I don't know nothing. All I know is that White went from 13.5 points to 19, and Maxey went from 23 to 25. That's only 2 points. He went from 4 assists to 5 assists.
Maxey was good last year.
Yeah, exactly. Kobe had a jump in every single statistical point, but that's not what matters because you're on the Bulls and he's on the Sixers, and he had 3 50-point games. He carried the team. I get it why. But last night, he had the flu. He had the flu, guys. And you know Maxey's a nice guy, smiley. He doesn't like to take medicine because why? Because you're 4 years old and you don't like purple syrup to take. Like, what are you talking about? Everybody knows I don't like taking medicine. You're an adult. Right. You better take this Viagra. I mean, what's the stuff? Penicillin.
Who likes taking medicine? Like nobody likes taking medicine.
Nobody wants. I mean, unless you're a drug addict, nobody wants to take these drugs.
I like taking medicine so I don't feel like I'm sick. I mean, that's usually why. So,
and an IV flush makes you feel like juicy fruit.
Yeah.
Like you feel so good when you get IVs flushed in your body. Like at least for 2 or 3 hours, you feel normal until your body regenerates all the germs back inside you. So again. He doesn't like to take your medicine, but he did the best he could. I don't care. You disappeared in the third quarter. You disappeared for half the second quarter. You came out like gangbusters. And then he sat you for too long. And then you got cold and came back in and didn't do nothing. And then you cranked it back up in the fourth quarter. Jason, why did he pass the ball to Joel Embiid, who hasn't scored nothing but 5 points? For trying to at the game-winning shot or tying shot at the end. Why?
Scared of the moment is the only reason I can think of because it certainly wasn't something Embiid was expecting. Because when that ball got to him, Embiid was shocked because he also didn't want to take the shot. Yeah.
Okay, so scared of the moment. Okay, so Harry, did you? I know you're a Jordan guy. Did you feel pride? Were you sitting there with your little Etch a Sketch, making Maxey Jordan pictures?
No, hell no. Oh my god. As a Jordan guy, that means that I need to see you actually demonstrate something that looks like Jordan, and I did not see that. Like, I mean, I just want so bad. Like Maxey or Embiid, I don't give a fuck which one. Like one of them, just be confident as hell. Be sure of yourself, even if be delusional about like the fact that you're gonna win the game for us or ice the game for us. I mean, it's and your point earlier about like I know I'm digressing a little bit, but like Maxey not slowing down at the end of the game to kind of get that foul. It's like just stuff like that, man. Like you need to go in there. Like I've talked about with friends before. If you see like an NBA player play pickup or one-on-one against like a college player or something like that. The difference in the sureness of movement of like each move they're making, they're so like deliberate with, and there's purpose behind it and there's speed behind it. Like these guys need to have combinations they can go to. Like they're like fighters or something. They need to have things to go to that they trust. Jamal Murray, that shot he hit, I know you're probably talking about it later, but that shot he hit on Anthony Davis, he's hit that shot a million times. Like where is that play for these guys? Jordan gets to his spots. That's one of the best things he ever did. And these guys do not get to spots. I'm just, hell
also,
no.
So I don't forget on IG, we'll only have you for the first hour if you're on IG. So you got to get over to Facebook or Twitch or Twitter or YouTube. I mean, Jiminy Christmas. I'm live everywhere, all across the world.
Anywhere
coast
but
to coast, QS to Key Largo, but IG does quit at an hour pace. But
real quick, you know what? I got a Maxey point.
But wait, LaBelle also reminded me too. Larry did miss those free throws also. Yeah. The clutch winner, Lowry, our veteran champion, Lowry missed free throws too. I forgot to put him under the bus for that too.
There was a key play that Maxey had before everything went to hell when he was about to go on a breakaway and he was going too fast and he just kicked the ball off his knee out of bounds. That would have put the Sixers up, I think 10. I want to say. I think it was right before the Brunson 3-pointer that went in. I'm not if the sequence is off, then whatever, I don't care. But the play still happened. And it would have put the Sixers up a little bit more. Momentum was definitely shifting their way, and he just booted it out of bounds because he was going too fast, and that's just a killer hidden play.
He's got to learn control with all that speed. With great power comes great responsibility, and when you have a flu game, you have to win for it to be a flu game. The fact that the 76ers tweeted out a picture of Maxey side by side with Michael Jordan makes me want to destroy everything in my home.
And I'm like, were already celebrating the win, like just
a
broadcast.
The Philadelphia broadcast said, "Oh, we're going 1-1."
That's right.
Classic.
And I'm like, there's 40 seconds left in the game, and I don't like saying stuff about no hitters and things like that, but like there is a jinx in the world. Jinxes are real. I don't care what you say because you have to shut up and watch the game. I can't take it. By the way, shout out to Mal the mechanic. He was talking about Spike on the radio, Spike Eskin Jr. is now taking over with Ike. And I tell you what, everybody knows I call the radio every day. I should get a paycheck just for fielding info emails. I get a message every day of what I think about Spike because a lot of people can't stand him. And they're like, I don't work for WIP. I call him. But if you want to file a complaint or a grievance, don't file it with me. I was like, I'm just sitting there like, look, I'm sitting here waiting for one of these accounts to be a fake Spike account. He's just trying to get me to tell him to his face. I mean, I tell him on the air, but I mean, it is what it is. But we're just at the point with the Sixers that, again, I'm an idiot because I know better and I know it's going to happen, and it doesn't matter because I am a fan and I try to believe. I try to understand. Nick Nurse is the first coach since Brown that I've liked. Everybody knows I hate coaches. Like I know what a good coach looks like, but the fact that you didn't demonstratively call that timeout and run down or run on the court, I don't know what you're doing. You're in Madison Square Garden. It is insane in there.
He froze.
Yeah. He did his job, but he didn't do his job.
Right.
He was also, when you started about kicked off the knee, you could hear him calling to Maxey. Maxey couldn't even hear him.
Yep, it was so loud.
And the only reason I heard him is because, I got the surround sound and he was on that side of the angle. I could hear him in the back of my ear, but I'm watching the screen. Maxey's not even looking up at the bench's direction.
Yep.
So even though he's screaming, the mics are picking it up, but Maxey can't hear him while he's watching the game. So he's not even getting the message of what I want you to do in that moment. And again, Lowry fumbling and falling apart. The refs screwing us over, which they admitted to, but it does us no good. You file a grievance. What is the grievance going to do? Am I going to draft pick?
Right.
Are they going to retroactively give me the game back? No. You know what's going to happen at home? They're going to give us a whole bunch of calls, and we're still going to probably end up losing this game, and it's not going to matter. Because at the end of the day, guys, let me tell you something. You know what the difference between the Knicks and the Sixers are? The Knicks haven't done anything for the last 30-something years, and without Melo, they really haven't done anything. And so the Knicks fans are just happy to be there. The Sixers are heartbroken, jaded, and destroyed inside. So when they go down 5 points after being up 20, they're getting booed at home.
I know. I've been thinking about that a lot. I'm just like, we need us to not fucking do that. Like, we really need the fans to not like do what the Ben Simmons treatment, like that sort of stuff. Like, I don't think it's going to help. I don't think it's going to be that situation. Like, we need to be supportive. I don't expect it, but I mean, again, at the end of the day, like, blame everybody, right? But I mean, like, Joel's trying, he's failing, but he's trying, dude. Like, and I don't think it's going to be helpful for the fan base to do that.
Shout out to Mikey on IG because we can't put his comment up. He said, they would have gave Nick Nurse a tech if he'd ran out there like that. At that point, I'd have been happy with the game stoppage and a tech and one free throw.
Yeah.
At least you stop the clock and make the move. But I do understand that. But at the same time, you got to do something.
Yeah.
And I put as much on Nick as I do more so on Lowry. You're inbounding the ball. You're a 38-year-old veteran.
Yeah.
Like, do the things that they tell me you want to do. Now, let's talk about Morey, because, again, everybody's getting blamed. We've been, I don't know how long the show's been going so far. It's been 30 minutes, and we ain't talked about nothing but the Sixers. Like I say, everybody is to blame. Yeah. So Morey gets rid of Pat Bev, which, okay, whatever. But the Morris twin, a dog, my guy from Philadelphia that has the key to the city, and everybody's like, well, you got Lowry. I got Lowry for free. I didn't have to trade or anything for him. His contract was bought out. Stop lumping him in with the Payne and the Buddy Hield, because Buddy is trash. And I'd rather have Pat Bev right now than Buddy. I'd rather have Morris right now than Campaign. Champagne ain't did nothing. Like, I mean, what is Morey doing? What has Morey done? What has Morey ever done right? Ever? What does he want?
Just tinkers too much, man. Like, I think he just loves himself. I think he's got some narcissistic qualities. Like, it's like he wants to be like, I'm not gonna do like the full Jerry Krause comparison, because Jerry Krause actually got a stacked roster for Michael Jordan, so it worked out pretty well. But I mean, and not even just stacked roster, like good fitting pieces, man. I mean, like, Morey does not put pieces together like well at all. And like you said, Pat Bev, we all had a feeling, you know what I mean? Pat Bev is almost that guy that you know is gonna like put his heart on the line. He showed, what was that one play in the playoffs? He like got the fucking camera and brought it over to show the ref to Anthony Davis got fouled or something like that. It's like that's what he's willing to do to make the right play. That's what he's willing to do to be like, my team, like whether or not we're gonna get screwed by these refs, like I want to make sure that everybody knows we did everything we needed to do. Like in that situation, Pat Bev's calling a timeout. I just believe it. Like Lowry, I mean, dude, I love Lowry as a person, I guess, because he's from Philly and all that stuff. But I don't know, man. Over time, you start to not really care about that shit as much. So I really wish we had Pat Bev.
And Jason, let me tell you something. The Bucks were trash. They were losing to the Wizards and everybody. And they went out there and they beat the Pacers without Giannis. And guess what else? There's no way in the world we would have beat the Pacers at all.
No.
We match up terribly because they run like deer. And they would have ran Joel into the ground. So it's all about matchups. But they went out there and there's only one game, but they handled the Pacers after losing to the trashiest teams in the league to end the season. You know why? Because they got dogs on that team that went out there against those puppies in Indiana who only playoff pressure they know is the tournament. The NCAA tournament. They folded like a bunch of bricks out there. So I just can't stand it. So yeah,
it's
Morey,
good.
Hey, so you like Morey, right?
No,
that's your guy.
I hate Daryl Morey. Right. All right. First off, talking about Pat Bev. Pat Bev would have took that final shot at the game because Pat Bev.
Yeah, he would have.
He would have like, give it to me. I got that.
Hell yeah.
All day, not even a worry. And we said that when that trade happened, that getting rid of Pat Bev was a mistake. We all called that, even though Pat Bev's not that good. Let's be honest, right? We're not talking about he traded an all-star. You want to know one that annoys me real bad this week? Deuce McBride, right? He'd be the third best player on the Sixers right now, probably in the playoffs, right? Is that a lie?
No.
Oh he got picked 10 picks after Jaden Springer, who sucks so bad that we traded him to the Celtics. Right? So there's a Morey mispick. His only thing he's ever done was he got Maxey, who fell to him only because it was the COVID season.
Yeah.
That's the best thing he's ever done. He's never unearthed some secret talent. No guy that we ever found on the bench. Nothing special ever happens. It's all about wait till next year. He's always selling us something. Wait till next year when we have all this cap space, so we can get old ass Paul George, who's also going to get hurt in the playoffs next year, and it's not going to work. Like,
I want Pat Bev back next year, bro. I'm just saying, like he would have been able, like that Draymond meme from back in the day where he's in KD's face, like hyping him up. Pat Bev would have been doing that at every crucial moment in that game to Maxey and Embiid, getting their minds right. Like, come on.
I waited my whole life for a Morris twin because he is a Pat Bev in a rebounding body.
Oh,
he's got
rebounds.
the attitude in the meter, and he still can go get his rebounds. Somebody get his rebounds. 2 questions. Whose fault is it? You get to name one person. Whose fault is it, Harry, that we're down 0-2? Whose fault? One player.
I mean, Joel.
Okay. Jason, whose fault is it?
Man, I swore I wasn't going to do this, but it's Tobias's fault.
Okay, so again, writing this down, you're both wrong. I love just pointing out you guys are wrong.
The show started that we were all right.
It is. I just said I lied to you. It is Paul Reed's fault. He is the Stubbs of this team. Remember when Stubbs went out there talking about jumping in the pool and what he was going to do?
Oh my god.
You know, the Phillies fell apart in the postseason. A dude that ain't playing. A dude that don't do shit, never had shit, never was shit, never be shit. A dude that plays the jukebox in the dugout is out here talking trash and giving bulletin board material. And for some reason, B-Ball shut your ass up, Paul, is on ESPN interviews talking about we want the Knicks. The Knicks ain't shit, never was shit, never been shit. We ain't scared of the Knicks. And you out here getting 2.2 rebounds and 1.1 negative points a game. It is on B-Ball Paul like it was on Stubbs. And if we lose this, I suggest that we put him out on the middle of the street, run him over forwards and backwards 3 times. B-Ball Paul, it's all your fault. It's all your fault. I hate it here. I'm not happy. I don't like any of Murder, She Wrote. This is Philadelphia. Hey, look, I'm just saying, if it ends up happening, I didn't do it, but somebody should. I am not happy with the bulletin board material provided by that man.
Yeah.
Your mouth, you don't even play. You're not a factor. And then the other question is, who's the young kid that's the rookie that they gave the 10-day contract to?
Ricky Council?
Oh,
Yep,
Ricky
Ricky
Council.
He's got it.
Put Ricky Council out there. Yeah. We're going to get okay. It's like letting a pit bull that's untrained run around in some stranger's house. Hey, he might not fuck shit up, but I mean, he probably will. So I mean, Just let this bull in the China shop loose in here and see if he can get a rebound, bite Brunson in the leg. We got to do something. Unleash Ricky Council because I'm just so upset. I'm so not happy. And the Phillies have won 92 games straight and nobody gives a shit.
I know.
Not one.
I know, dude.
The bullpen is absolute garbage. The starting pitching is amazing. Where in the world is Bryce Harper? Like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Where's Bryce?
Having a baby.
He's chilling. He's chilling. Castellanos is he's no home runs right still. He's like got them. Oh my god. We should have traded his ass when the value was high. That's how I feel. I was so nostalgic about Castellanos with his kid and everything from last year, and I'm just like, you know what? Like this guy's a part of the city. He's ingrained all this shit. Now I'm just like, god damn. Like we're talking about. Hey, as much as we were shitting on Trout the other week, like I would have traded Castellanos. Trout wouldn't have left, but still, like at least put the feeler out, like when he's hot.
This is why I have written down here, punch Harry in the face. Because you say something like that. Like, I trade. Yeah, I would love. Well, to
just trade him for somebody else. Is my point. And Trout was that's aggressive. You know, whatever.
At this point, yeah, I mean, you might as well bring somebody up from the dangum Orioles. The Orioles are just bringing up dudes left and right from their farming system, just bringing dudes up hitting. I mean.
What happened to our farm system? That's what I'm wondering. Like we used to, that was the bread and butter. Like our freaking championship team was farm system players for the most part. I mean, with some older veterans we brought in. Like I don't get it. I feel like we've traded prospects that were supposed to be good that ended up not doing anything, and we don't have anyone we bring up that does anything.
Okay. Let me reset this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just getting me fired up.
I think are they losing still?
They were losing 5-1 earlier.
Check the score. I don't want to put something out there in the street that's not true. But
8-1 we lost.
8-1 we lost. Okay, so they have won 7 straight. Again, against tomato cans, but normally, historically, they'd lose half of those games. They swept 2 series back to back. They lost the game tonight. That's fine. It happens. And I'm happy that they won. I'm happy that Stella got her groove back. The boys are hitting against trash pandas, but that's how you gain confidence. But Bryce still wasn't hitting. Castellanos still ain't hitting. Yeah, he got 1 home run. But again, I don't want Mike Trout because Mike Trout is also a loser. Mike Trout is never going to win anything. Mike Trout is the Joel Embiid of baseball. Oh gosh, he puts up these numbers, these stats. He's generational. He's Babe Ruth. Wait, what does he do in the postseason? I mean, at least Joel gets there. He doesn't even get to the postseason. Oh, is Mike Trout hurt? His back is tweaked. Oh, my God. He hasn't played in 3 months. Good thing he hit 42 bombs at the beginning of the year because Joel Embiid scored 50 points 4 times this year before he went out. Like, he is they're literally the same person. One is just a white, thick meatball, and the other one is a black spaghetti string. I can't stand either one of them right now because it's so bad.
God.
But I don't want to ask out Trout. I just want the Phillies to get Bryce back to being nice.
Yeah.
Trey Turner's out here hitting. I mean, Trey turned himself around. And again, against trash pandas, against tomato cans. But that's where you got to start to build up the confidence. And they've done it. And I'm happy about it. Yay, Phillies. And it doesn't even matter.
Remember, we were pro Rojas when everyone wasn't, right?
Yeah, we were. Leave Rojas alone because Rojas didn't get paid $100 million.
Right.
No.
Rojas ran through a brick wall to catch it out today. Yeah. You know what I mean? He put his life on the line. So, I mean, the Philly, that's what sucks about Philadelphia. Like I said, we were so mad about the Phillies before the Sixers postseason started because the Phillies were barely trying to keep their head above water at 500, and we're mad because Rojas isn't hitting and Castellanos ain't hitting. And what Harry said is right. When Liam's out there and his son's there and he's sitting there with he is the cutest little button on the nose. It's just so cute. He looks so cool and it's got the swag. And, that's my daddy. And then when his daddy don't show up, he's got to get this kid out of school. He needs to be homeschooled. He needs to be at the game. He needs to travel with the team.
Yeah.
Dog. They need to kick that dog to the curb and bring Liam out with them coast to coast, Key West to Key Largo. Because I don't know what it is. I mean, I got a kid. I mean, I like to show out for my kid, but he does something special when Liam's there. He gets in his groove. He's more comfortable. But at the same time, Nick Castellanos is the most mafioso sports athlete I've seen in my lifetime.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
No.
Hit 4 home runs? Go fuck yourself. You're going to beat me tomorrow. Go for 32? Go fuck yourself. I'm going to hit 1 tomorrow. Like, either way, he doesn't care. He has no wherewithal. I mean, his spirit must be great. I mean, to date that man must be cool. Hey, Porsche, we'll get another one, baby. Like, hey, I got a Porsche $5. Hey, that's cool. Put it next to the other Porsche. Like, I mean, like that guy just doesn't care about anything. So that makes it horrible for him when he doesn't care because he can't get out of his own rut because he just doesn't care. So Liam for president. We've wasted so many Wheeler games this year. It's sickening. I'm so glad that Wheeler got a couple wins under his belt. He's been pitching gems. And who's my other guy that I like? All I need
Ranger
is your love.
Oh, Ranger. That's Ranger's jam right there.
Yeah. Ranger Suarez.
legendary.
He's a legend.
Absolutely.
He is a legend. And as much as I just said that Nick Castellanos is most mafia, this dude is suavemente.
Exactly.
He is so cool, calm, and collect. Like, I know he don't speak in the English, but I swear he talking to me every time he go out there on that mound, boy. He's speaking fluent to me. I mean, I'm like, hey, you know what? I don't even like men, but Ranger, let me tell you something, boy.
Bro.
You reach a Ryan Gosling level with me. You are so cool out there on the mound. It is impressive.
That man could be a surgeon. He could be a surgeon.
The swag is real.
It's crazy. The one play, whatever it was last or a couple years, was it last year, the year before, when he just like even playoffs, I'm pretty sure, when he fielded that ground ball like veering to third base, man, and like he took his time turning to throw that first base, and it was a laser on the dot and got the guy out. And that made me feel like, damn, like we got some big balls on this team. Like I feel confident when he's doing that. So we need more of that.
Back him up the ball the other day at like 145 miles an hour. He's like,
yep, yo, he'd be a second baseman in another life, man. Like he's got hands.
Gold glove yet?
No, it's crazy.
This should be the year.
Yes,
this should be the year. I mean, he is just maturing and coming into his own.
About to get paid.
About to get paid.
Absolutely.
And he's proven in the postseason.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And
he's young. He's only gonna get better, man. Only gonna get better.
He is in the prime of his life. Happy to have him. To have him. So I mean, like I said, I know that we were killing the Phillies before the start of the postseason. Now they've been winning, and nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Direct our anger one team at a time.
Yeah,
it's almost like we can at least be like, all right, they're winning. Like now, all the preseason World Series picks, we can be like, okay, like we're gonna make it. Like it looks like we're looking like that team a little bit. Like some glimpses. Obviously, we should still be way better, but like that's what that feels like. It feels like we can at least like not be bitching about one thing. But also, I mean, I barely noticed it was happening. I'll be honest. I was so stressed about the Sixers. So.
I still saw the flaws. I can't let it go.
Yeah, no, I know. But it's like at least we're winning.
So, first of all, Kate's been out here cooking. I see you, Steph, in the comments too. Kate's been out here cooking in the comments.
Yep.
Let's pivot to the draft. I don't really care about mock drafts or who's drafting what or what's going on where, but I will say this: if you have children, your biggest problem going forward right now is YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. It is making your children too cool to do anything. Yeah. Like I remember like when I was in high school, it was kind of like, oh man, you work at McDonald's, haha. Or, oh, you work at Walmart, haha. Like, dude, it's a job. I'm young. I mean, I'm getting free fries. You know what I mean? I might even be meeting some ladies through the drive-thru. Not a big deal. But now everybody's too cool to do work or to do things. And because everybody wants to be an influencer, they want to have their own things. I say that to say there's only going to be 10 to 12 guys showing up for the NFL draft. You've played and dreamt your whole life in your backyard of having your name being called and walking out on that stage and meeting Roger Goodell. But since you're the 22nd pick, I don't want to be there. I can't sit there and have the cameras looking at me saying I was supposed to go 17 and I went first round and the 29th pick, Mom. They're going to be looking at me. So now nobody wants to go unless they think they're guaranteed to be in the top 10. Every year it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller for the people that are going. And I bring that up to show you guys this. So Also, it's in Detroit. Who the fuck wants to go to Detroit?
Nobody.
Nobody who can hang out with you. Nobody, unless you want a Cadillac. Nobody.
I don't know what that is.
Nobody wants to go.
Remix.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't know.
I don't know.
The Young Thundercats, see, wet behind your Similac. Now, Detroit said that they were going to go and welcome, the NFL draftees because they're putting a big effort forward, and they're going to make a Hollywood sign. This is what they promised the NFL. This is what they promised Detroit. Now, this is a mock-up on the top, if you can kind of see it. Below it is a picture of what it actually looks like.
Is that real life reality? Oh my god! I tried to hold in my laugh.
I'm about to hold on. Hold on, I'm about
shit.
to show you because we're about to do this.
It's close.
Detroit, I know you fucking lying. Toys R Us, bro. That Detroit sound looking fightable. Detroit.
One thing I'ma do, I'ma state the fact. This ain't the sign that we ordered, you can take it back. Now here we go, we about to get some shit. Now they done order us a sign off fucking wish. Now I was looking at this shit, I was like, dang, you probably not gonna see this shit when you on the plane. All I wanna know how much we paid for this. How much? Real talk, man, shit, I could have made this shit. I thought I like Hollywood. That's probably why they put this bitch right by the hood. So we was about to get some shit, they really just hold us. Then gave us the sign in Times New Roman. They put the green in the shit, they thought it was cool. Man, this some shit you would see up in front of the school. Like, goddamn, man, we could've got the other kind. Man, the city about to put in on another sign. God, we just keeping it real, we ain't never hating. I think I seen a bigger sign at a graduation. Man, we must have got these letters on a discount. We didn't blow too hard, fuck around and knock this shit down.
Oh god damn! Shout out Lil B to Bass God because that's the Lil B vibes there. That's great.
I was cracking up.
God
I'm like,
damn.
yo, first of all, I remember when they said they were going to do this. That's so embarrassing.
It's so bad.
It's so bad. I saw the picture, and then when I was looking up for the final picture, I found this dude's rap, and I'm like, yo, this guy killed it.
Killed it, bro.
I wish I clicked on that when I saw a story about them making a rap about the new sign. I'm like, I don't know what that is. I just kept it scrolling.
Hey, I'm here. I'm here for you, Jason.
man, I
I got you.
Bow, 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 bow. I got those vibes for sure.
Like that bow, bow,
Bow, bow, bow.
It's so good.
I'ma state the fact. This ain't the sign that we ordered, you can take it back. Now here we go, thinking we about to get some shit. Now they done
They're standing up next to it, and they're almost bigger than the sign. It looked like Allen Iverson's statue.
Looks like a jungle gym or some shit, like at a playground.
That's how small this thing
sign
is.
off fucking wish. Now I was looking at this shit, I was like, dang.
I was like, damn.
All I want to know how much we pay.
True. Like they pitched the whole Hollywood side.
Yeah.
You're gonna see it flying in, and then
Hell no.
like he said they put it by the hood. I don't know where this is.
Dude, I was gonna say, what are they trying to highlight with this sign? Like,
They got the plastic orange fencing down below.
yeah.
Like you didn't even put up a real fence. You just got the construction.
Temporary. It's just gonna be there until after the draft.
Hey,
Bro, look at that bridge. Look at that bridge in the background with the gate cage around it. Like that's
I'm like, bro, you got money. The league gave you money for hosting it. Like you're hosting the NFL draft, but this is what you get when only 10 players are coming out.
Pay for this. Real talk, man. Shit, I could have
Made this shit.
I thought our sign was gonna look like Hollywood. That's probably why they put this bitch
Right near the hood.
So we was about to get some shit. They really just hold us. Then gave us a sign in Times New Roman. They put the green.
Times New Roman.
This some shit you would see up in front of the school.
Oh, I love that.
They got the other kind. Man, the city about to put in on another sign. God, we just keeping it real. We ain't never hating. I think I seen a bigger sign at a graduation. Man, we must have got these letters on a discount. We didn't blow too hard, fuck around and
Put
knock
a
this
bitch
shit down.
Yeah. That's a good little minute rhyme right
Solid, man.
That was a gangster minute.
G-Mac Cash, baby. G-Mac Cash.
Oh man, I was
God
like,
damn.
that's funny. Yeah,
Surprised they didn't make them take that down in the NFL. Like, hey, you can't do that.
No, like it's so bad.
It's bad.
It's so bad. And
And it's got
again,
no affiliation with the NFL or the draft. There's nothing like indicating it means anything. It's just like a shitty Detroit sign. Like,
Lion colors,
The Lions
right? Like,
yeah, right. Or
why is
font.
it green?
you know, the Honolulu blue. That's the Lions color.
Right. It's a nice color. It's a nice blue.
So why is it green? The whole thing about it is just like, this is why people don't mess with Detroit. Like Detroit, you fumbled the bag
Oh yeah.
on that. There's no.
Has there been a bad draft recently? I feel like
Yo, she said off of Timu. She said,
yeah.
Oh, bow, 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 bow.
I feel like
bow.
every draft has been good recently. Like since Philly hosted it that first time or whatever when they started doing that, I feel like it's always been like a an event on some level. But I don't know, 10 people going this year and that sign,
right? They're like, hey, how about we have it in Detroit? People are like, what?
They gotta have it. It just I don't even know like what.
They're like Detroit, bro. That's where it's at. Right?
They showed them the sign too. They were like, yo, I don't know.
Even the one in Dallas was nice.
Right. I mean, like, I feel like they put on is what I'm saying. Like they really put on. So Detroit, I don't even, bro. Like, where does that road lead
That's
to?
why when they go to the draft, they're not trying to go to Detroit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where does that highway go to? Like, it doesn't seem like it goes to where doesn't seem like it's going to. Doesn't lead to where the draft is going to be. It doesn't seem like that. Like, I mean,
so I'm like, so you when you drive into Detroit, is this like the main highway to get you to the city? So you're gonna see this? Like what?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, you got the orange construction down here, like the orange construction fence, and you could barely even see it.
And it's like the fence is popping so much more than the sign colors. Like it's really popping. The sign is contrasting the fence color with the green too. Like that's the wrong combo.
And they didn't. If they would have made it better to stop you, they put a real fence up there. You see how he's got to stand outside the fence across the street, but over there, the little car, little plastic, they'll sit all inside the sign, made the video and everything. Like, come on, man.
Wait, when is the draft exactly? Because I'm like, how much time? Okay, so there's plenty of time for this shit to get vandalized heavily. So I'm hoping that's what happens. I'm hoping it gets all graffitied up and maybe it looks good and Detroit puts on. I don't know. They need that. They need something like that.
They need something. I'm pretty sure.
I hope it goes. Hey,
I Googled it. I tried to find the images, and they've got like these Detroit.
Wait. It's like, yo, what are you?
Detroit. Like it's like
Detroit.
they're not even trying to show that they did this.
Did they use like the clip art, the word art that used to have in Microsoft Word to make that where it goes from like back to front and gets bigger as it goes? Like,
It looks like that. God damn.
Looks like something I would have made in like 8th grade. Like, this is it right here.
It looks like I forgot I had a project at 11 o'clock at night and had some poster board and I was just like, oh shit, Detroit.
Like I said, Detroit to get its own Hollywood-inspired sign prior to the NFL draft.
Why? Like,
absolutely embarrassing. Embarrassing. So, speaking of that,
we need some embarrassment to be deflected. So I'm low key celebrating this a little bit.
Embiid made that with his one good eye he has left.
No, I saw this. He can't even blink with both eyes. I saw someone comment like they must have this man on crazy painkillers or something. He can't even close his. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know what happened to his eye, but
he got scratched or something.
Yeah, and he's got that soft audible socket because he's like broken his eye like 3 times already. So I don't know what's going on. But so again, this is what happens. The Sixers are so bad.
I know.
They make you not even happy. You don't want to do anything. So the draft is on Thursday. What do you want in the draft, Jason? Offense, defense, special teams?
I want them to draft a corner.
A corner?
Cornerback, even though they got that Isaiah Rodgers was reinstated today from his little gambling suspension.
Yeah, I like Isaiah, but we still got Brad Crary, and I want Brad Crary out of here. So
and Slay's on the way out.
Slay's on his way out. But, are you Harry, are you on the mindset of those people like, I'll trade 22 and some Scooby snacks and go get me Patrick Surtain?
No, not really, man. I want to draft like good players. Like I just feel like other teams.
Yeah, man. Quarterback in the league, and he's only 23 years old. He's essentially.
I mean, if we can do that, you think that's viable? You think that's gonna happen? Like
I think that the way that the Broncos are moving. You can trade your first and one of your 3 seconds, and you could get Patrick Surtain.
Then do it.
You got to pay Patrick Surtain $180 million after next year.
Yeah,
that's again, all the radio. I call the radio almost every day, and I it's a tool for me. I'm a professional caller, but my God, I know I said earlier that some people act like they know everything, but some of these people are doing it for their job, and they're the stupidest comments in the world.
You know what one really cracked me up this week?
What?
When they're like, Howie's calling around seeing what it would cost to move up. And you're like, yeah, no shit. He's got to find that out before the draft. 15 minutes, you're not calling and making an entire trade. You have the framework all done and, worked up. That way, if you got to make a trade, you can call that person up like, hey, remember we talked about that? Is this deal so good? Like, You're not.
Good
Of course,
point.
he's calling people. He's calling about moving down too. Everyone should be calling people. That's a GM's job.
Yeah.
So shout out to the 129 people in the room right now. I know playoff basketball is on. I know the Phillies got done. I appreciate you being here. But I will also say there's 119 of you that are cowards and aren't making comments and giving us some stuff to talk about. I appreciate you watching. You coward. Have a tape. Make a call. Make a move. Or I have to start doing stuff like they do on the radio. Delonte Smith signs a contract extension.
Yeah.
AJ Brown
we
and his
trade
future
AJ
as the
Brown?
Eagles. Should we trade AJ Brown? Like,
Also,
AJ
it's like,
Brown has a $19 million cap hit. We're not trading AJ Brown.
also, why are we getting rid of our best players? What are we doing? Like, why are we getting like? Also, great players have to get paid, right? Like, we understand that on some level, we can't just like stagger every single fucking position and do that forever. So let's get Surtain, pay him. I don't care, man. It's all in like every year.
AJ Brown just liked a picture on Instagram. Is that
Uh-oh.
a trade request? Oh my god!
I spent most of my formidable years watching Stinkston and Trash
Yes.
catch balls from Donovan McNabb,
Me
and
too.
all I wanted was Terrell Owens. And to know that AJ Brown is a mini version of Terrell Owens, and I've got a Jeremy Maclin, Deshaun Jackson / guy, and Smitty. Yeah, let's get rid of one of those guys instead of having both of them, because this is Philadelphia and it's what we do. It's so crazy, it makes me want to do drugs. I'm gonna do some drugs right now.
I mean,
Blur that
goddamn.
out? Do we need to blur that out?
I mean, it's mega 3+ for him gummies.
Yeah.
I mean, hey ladies, I'm staying prepared. I'm like Joel Embiid. I perform in the fourth quarter.
Should I be worried?
I mean,
Yeah.
we'll drop the soap in here,
Or
boy. That's why I
flattered.
can tell you.
Jason, yeah.
No, who knows?
Have you seen an arm reach over into the other frame? Oh
Um,
my god.
so Jamal said, "Are the Sixers winning this series?"
Mm, yeah, I mean, maybe.
No,
No.
no.
Probably not.
So the problem with the Sixers is always the same problem, right? Thursday night, the refs messed up. We're going to crush them by 20.
Yeah.
Then the next home game, all that goes out the window and everything quote unquote resets. And if they come out playing bully ball and they snatch the game late from us, the Sixers are going to fold. They've always folded. You always had the excuse of, well, Harden let us down, Joel let us down. When we had Jimmy Butler and we got triple doinked, that was the team. That was the player
Yep.
that you needed. You needed a Jimmy Butler.
He even
And-
let us
and-
down though that series.
You needed a Jimmy Butler. And I understand that you don't like Jimmy Butler. I understand why you don't like Jimmy. I understand people don't like Jimmy Butler. But all I know is Jimmy Butler and the Scooby Snacks have made it to 2 NBA finals while we haven't gotten to the Eastern Conference Finals. Jimmy Butler has that, I don't care if I fell apart, I'm still going to try
Yep.
attitude. And that's what we don't have. Joel's not that guy. Again, everybody says that was the worst game ever. We go up against the Celtics and get a chance to close that at home in game 6. We come out, we're up 26 points. Joel Embiid doesn't touch the ball for 15 minutes straight. Jason Tatum hadn't hit a shot for 3 quarters and then goes nuclear in the last 6 minutes of the game. And Joel doesn't call for the ball, doesn't ask for the ball. Harden won't shoot the ball. He's holding on to it late, and Max is the only one jacking up late shots. And they fell and gave it away. And then you say to yourself, hey, it happens. We'll get him in game 7. And they folded again and got the doors blown off of them. What I will say about a Jimmy Butler is you would have won one of those 2 games in advance with a Jimmy Butler. I'm not saying you win a championship. I'm saying when the fourth quarter happened in that one game, you'd get a chance for it to go back to the next time. Again, Jimmy he let us down, but Joel eating freaking tacos in the middle of the night in Toronto and getting the bubble guts for 2 nights is what killed us. Even when he wasn't injured, he still found a way to get sick.
Yep.
Even when he was 100% healthy, he found a way to let us down. Why are you at a strip club eating chicken wings in another country?
All right, don't ask questions.
You know why?
You know why?
why?
Stress relief.
Eat the cheeks, not the meats.
That might be the problem. I don't know.
It
He
was
got
just
pink eye. That's why his
Yeah,
eyes
exactly.
I set myself over these things.
Yes.
It's just like even when we were there, we just didn't have a dog to close it. And Maxey's too young, and he also has no one to believe in and to learn from. He learned to step back from Harden, but you know what else he learned? No self-control.
Yeah.
Because James Harden looks great during regular seasons, but in the playoffs, he can't draw fouls either, and neither can Maxey. Maxey's going in there. He's not getting the contact. He's trying to avoid and dazzle around contact instead of going into the contact and getting the calls. Again, Brunson's out there 7 for 32, still jacking up shots, still putting his body on the line, still getting to go to the line.
Lefty Trae Young. He's the worst.
God.
I take Brunson over Trae Young.
I'm sitting here trying to talk about the draft, and I keep going back to these Daniels.
I know. I'm just like, God, I don't know. All I'm thinking is Pat Bev. That's like all I'm thinking about. So that's a Jimmy Butler light right there.
I really don't care about the draft. Oh, IG, we're about to lose you. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Like I said, follow us. Check us out on anything else. Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and you can still keep watching the show after the first 60 minutes. But as far as the draft is concerned, the older I get, the less and less I care about mocks. The less and less, especially with Howie. It doesn't matter because he is going to trade up. He is going to trade back. He is going to move. So all of your wishes and dreams, now we come down to the point of, can you stop out trying to outsmart the room? That's the first thing. And now it's, can you not pick a Georgia Bulldog? Can we get other prime guys from other prominent schools? Can we get the right guy? Can we get the best available? So I want a quarterback. You want a cornerback. What'd you say you want to hire for? I hate to entertain questions.
I mean, you asked me the Surtain thing. I do want a cornerback. I mean, there's like, a couple guys, like on mock drafts or whatever, things like that. But, if Quinion Mitchell from Toledo drops to us, that'd be good. And if, not that, I see Cooper DeJean, Iowa. Like everyone, we're talking about him. That's the guy I know that's been on the board for a little while. He's more likely. But
wait,
somebody.
Cooper DeJean, white guy?
Yeah.
Really?
He's number 23 overall player in the, I mean, it's like at the end of the day, man, like best available, and he's in position of need, so it is what it is. I mean, you don't believe in the whiteness, but
23 overall.
You think he's because he's white? I mean, I don't know.
I do think it's because he's white.
I mean, he played well during the year, man. I don't know. We'll see. I don't trust any of these guys that much.
1 year. I went and looked at the other year. He had 1 year, and it's one of those things where, again, it's not that it's even about race so much as it is about McCaffrey. McCaffrey just stands out because he's one of the only good to great white running backs. And as good as he is and as great as he is, he's also had injury-prone years over and over again. Last year was the best year of his career, and he still fell out short when they needed him most. Couldn't break, couldn't do anything, where was the 40-yard brushes then? Like, so the guy from Iowa, I'm just like, come on, man. I already got Clark to deal with. I don't need another one out here. I already got Clark.
Hey, shit. If he was black, like on paper, he's 6'1", 205, and he's unanimous All-American. So I mean, that shit's good on paper. Three pick sixes and a punt return touchdown. Like he's had to get. That's what else do you want to see? I mean, at the end of the day, it could be a miss, but
I already got chalked off on the team. What are the
I know. We get two.
And the secondary on one team, and it's going to work out.
Times they are changing, my friend. You know what I'm saying?
Calm down, Captain Caucasian. The more things change, the more they sound the same. I remember, like, well, I'll tell you what, that brother out there at the 10 ain't so I'll tell you that right now. God. George Minshew for the last 14 years. I'll tell you what, ain't no cornerback like a Caucasian cornerback. I'll tell you right, golly, you don't know what's going on. I mean, the other guy's fast. I mean, he might outrun him, jump him, shoot, but that don't mean nothing. He ain't got mentality in the heart.
Yeah.
To tell me things are changing now. You ain't taking me back to the. you ain't taking me back. Matter of fact, I'm a principal.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Hey, I'm just like, shoot, it can't be just one McCaffrey out. It can't just be one. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be two. I need him.
He's out here getting all the Caucasians out here. See that, Billy? Yeah, I told you to get back to the NFL.
Hey, man.
Have to be a lineman, okay? You don't have to be a guard, all right?
I saw that his profile. Like, yeah, he'll be good against the run. His frame. I'm like, shit. Don't draft him and watch him. That's always good against. So I don't know. We'll see. But I want a corner. Though.
My favorite thing are people that only listen to this show on audio.
Yeah.
And then they message me and tell me that I'm racist, and I'm like, the two guys that do the show are white, right? I got one of them in my home right now. But yeah, that's one of my favorite things about
Just
Raiders.
proves that the voice that you do does not sound like our sweet and sultry voice.
Yes, exactly. We clearly.
Look, all I know is there's a lot of people out here just like
You can't stop. You can't stop.
we can't even have a quarterback anymore. Now every single one of them's got to run around,
Rooting and tooting all around.
What happened to the man is out here, the cerebrals? You see what I'm saying? But now everybody's out here Deion Sanders and pandering and trying to dance. I don't want nobody dancing. I want touchdowns. See, Tom
my
Brady
God.
won 6 rings. Huh?
People must be so confused.
6 was his. Did he win 7? I think he won 7.
Two of them are Fugazi. I don't even. He really won 2 rings.
No, for sure. Hey, you're right. You're right.
He only won 2 rings.
I saw that Netflix is doing a roast of Tom Brady. I'm like, if they don't have at least 50% kissing his kids and the lips jokes, like, what are they doing? Like at this point, they're gonna be an easy on Netflix. They're gonna be easy. I feel like.
What the problem is that everybody's scared of Tom Brady. The greatest compliment I'll give Tom Brady is he is actually very self-aware and funny. Like he is very funny and humorous. I mean, you've got to be when you laughed your way to so many rings and people think you're special. I laugh myself to sleep every night knowing that I fooled half the planet. But I mean, he does have like a swag with funny stuff. So I mean, if you try to rip him, he's going to rip you. Like the whole thing where he's like, you're going to lose how he went to all the quarterbacks and said, you're going to lose your number 1 wide receiver. He played for 20 years. He knows what it's like. Yeah. When you're winning, you get paid. The first thing you're going to do is lose a wide receiver. They're divas. They think they can do without you and they leave. And every one that he said was going to lose, he said it to Mahomes. He lost Tyreek. And then finally, Josh Allen was the last one. He's like, yeah, you and Diggs ain't going to work. And then finally it happened. I mean, he said it 2 years ago.
Yeah, crazy.
But it finally came true. So, he'll go easy on him for sure.
I feel like it's recent though too, like that kind of the more quick wittiness. I feel like that wasn't something he always had. I mean, at times he's awkward at times, but definitely recently.
He used to be ugly. He had to have.
Yeah. That shit.
I'm gonna say I feel like he was probably always that way. It's just the Patriot way kills it.
Yeah, maybe.
Like the before and Harry's the after Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish I had his life a little bit, just a little bit. I don't know, not really. We'll see.
Tom Brady's life?
Well, just like the framework of his life. I don't want to be Tom Brady, but like I mean, just if I was a 7-time Super Bowl champion and all that shit he's got, sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I'd rather be Warren Buffett. I'll take being old and a bajillionaire.
Yeah.
I don't want to be old.
If I was old, that means I lived a long time to get old.
Yeah. I see. All right. Hey, we're getting.
Hey, I'm trying to. Hey, look.
Hey, I see. You expanded my mind with my third eye. I see what you're saying.
Warren Buffett might live forever, bro.
Bro, I was gonna say
the one be Warren Buffett right now. That might be a robo.
Dude, the one futurist was like, if you live the next 5 years, then you could live for the next 500 years or whatever. I'm like, that sounds like bullshit, but I mean,
and I said this. I don't know if I was talking to Harry or if I was talking to Jason. I was talking to Harry. I was talking about how LeBron James is the GOAT. Obviously, we all know that. But the biggest thing that I give LeBron credit for is that he's a billionaire putting his body on the line playing basketball.
Oh my God.
Tom Brady is rich, but he didn't take the most money he could have. He could have been up in the upper echelon of quarterbacks if he took the money he deserved. But he took almost 50% less because his wife was making money. So his net worth is like $600 million, which is still a lot of money. Fine. But once you're a billionaire, I really don't want to do anything but sit on a yacht and like chill out. Like Michael Jordan right now, he's living the life.
His NASCAR team or whatever won.
Now he's bought a NASCAR team. Like he's lived and lost everything. Like, he's out there gambling. He's a billionaire. He doesn't care about anything or anyone or anything. Once you reach $1 billion, you're like, whatever. I'm like, LeBron, you're a billionaire. You've been a billionaire for 3 years. What are you still doing at your day job?
I mean, shit. I feel. I don't know why Hey, one thing I always say about that is that when you're as big and strong as LeBron, like it's not quite the same like sacrifice in the body realm. But the other thing that just since you're talking about MJ and LeBron a little bit, that's one thing that I love about MJ is like I do. It is stressful sometimes to be online and have there just be people debating about shit all the time. And obviously, LeBron and Jordan are always a topic. But like to see the images of Jordan's NASCAR team like finally winning, this man he's not paying attention to shit besides like just gambling and owning shit and having fun. So I mean, I feel like LeBron when he's retired, what do we think his life's going to be like? I think he's going to be very still present in everyone's lives and not necessarily go away. But I do like that MJ just doesn't give a fuck, and he's like, I'm still addicted to competition, and if it's not me, it's my NASCAR team. Like, I love that.
LeBron's basketball team is going to be better than Michael Jordan's basketball
Vegas
team
for sure.
I mean,
I guarantee it. I'll put Harry's life on the line right now. I put Buffett age on it right now.
Oh God.
The GM knows what he's doing.
He's gonna win a NASCAR Cup though. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get the F1, baby. You know what I mean? There's other realms we playing in now. So come on now.
That's like saying LeBron James won a pizza award of the year because he owns brick pizzas. Like, he's not doing anything for that besides putting his name on it. Michael Jordan's
paying those motherfuckers money. You gotta pay for the cars, the parts.
Not firing anybody. They're riding around in a circle.
No, but you have to pay for good car parts. That is a real thing. So he's putting money up to get
the same car parts. They just pay for the parts.
What do you mean? That's like why some teams have better cars than others. You gotta pay money, man. You gotta pay money. So I'm just saying.
When he wins 6 rings.
Six NASCAR rings.
Otherwise, just luck up and everybody wins them random. Like, I'm not giving Michael Jordan credit for a NASCAR victory. Now, if he goes to a NASCAR dynasty, like if he's like Dale Earnhardt,
Joe Gibbs, the former Redskins coach, who he had a no Joe Gibbs Racing. That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah, and he won a lot.
He won a lot.
First, Jordan becomes a powerhouse NASCAR owner, or Cooper DeJean becomes a powerhouse cornerback in the NFL.
Jordan, Jordan for sure.
You know what? How you gonna tell your?
Because MJ is undeniable. That man's gonna get it.
What did he do with the? He owned the Charlotte Hornets and couldn't do anything. He was actually probably a detriment to the team.
We talking about NASCAR. I don't know what this is.
We're talking
I don't know what this shit is.
Because Cooper DeJean is not a mustard. It is not NASCAR. It is a different thing. We're talking about winning. All right.
Is Cooper DeJean and NASCAR really that different though? Is it? I mean, I feel like it's on the same. It's the same same category.
There's a black race car driver too now. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, God,
I don't know who he
like, of course you don't know race.
There was the one dude who I forget his name. He had the noose situation in his whatever. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, he was a PlayStation.
Bubba something, I think. Anyway.
Bubba's that, and then they got the PlayStation driver for F1.
Lewis Hamilton.
Yep. So I mean, hey,
he's been losing a lot, unfortunately. Yeah. I don't really pay attention.
He was the greatest ever.
Yeah, they have some characters in F1. I don't really know much about it, but the names are funny and the drama is funny. So I appreciate drama amongst people that are ultra wealthy doing bullshit for their lives. Like, yeah, be mad about something. Bubba Wallace, thank you. Yes, Bubba Wallace. Thank you.
Michael Jordan is not under the hood doing work. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Michael Jordan.
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Oh my God.
In the pit.
You don't know.
I saw Michael Jordan holding up white children.
Yes, exactly.
A little headset on. That's what he's doing.
Yes, he is.
He's holding up random white children.
He's giving words of encouragement.
What's going on? Right. You too could drive a car.
He has a direct line to the driver, and he's just talking shit the whole race.
He'll probably end up losing his stake in it anyway, like he does everything.
No, he's not. This ain't the '90s, dog. He's got more money than any. Like, he doesn't.
What do you mean? He just lost his stake in the. You keep saying.
I'm saying, like, he's not going to lose money. It's Michael Jordan, bro. You know how much money his shoe line makes every year?
His NBA.
He's got an endless amount of money, is my point. He's got endless money.
Then why did he have to sell his NBA team? To cover the massive amount of debt that he was in, so that he would stay having some money.
But that's my point. Is I mean, I don't know. I don't like. You gotta give me some facts before you just say stuff like that. I don't really know enough about it to talk about that. But I mean, like, my point is that he's always got another pivot to like be rich as fuck. It doesn't matter. Like, it's like he's not trying to like
Sneakers is the thing.
Yes,
get him money.
Sneakers. Yes, Michael Jordan's brand is pretty fucking big.
Gives him a paycheck, and that's why he'll quote unquote never go broke.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, sales are down right now because everybody's trying to buy 97 Dunks retros over and over again.
You're right.
Problem to stock down. But I'm telling you, you might want to learn something about him. Google his.
Bro, I don't care about Michael Jordan gambling and shit, man. It doesn't mean anything to me.
Not gambling. It's stocks.
Bad business decisions. I don't care. It doesn't like. Why does that have to matter? I don't know.
Because we're talking about winning and money, and he'll never go broke. That's part of.
Yes. Well, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not worried about Michael Jordan.
Not here because I hate Michael Jordan. He's a loser.
I know what you really want to. Yeah, I understand where it's coming from.
I want you to be informed about fact.
That's
I
not
listen,
gambling.
him being rich and losing money and still being rich and being Michael Jordan, he's still gonna be beloved, and it doesn't matter to people. Like we all knew about the gambling. It's fine. Like I'm not changing how I feel.
About gambling.
I'm saying like there's already the precursor of all that to lead to this. So it's like he wants to lose money and then make it back by fucking whatever. I don't care. He's got to have alcohol too. He probably has some alcohol somewhere.
His body is made
The
of
tequila,
alcohol.
yes. I mean tequila. Yes, man. His eyes are full of tequila. His
And his new girlfriend looks weird too. What's your second?
he's got a new girlfriend.
You don't know nothing about your goat. You don't know nothing about this
That's
man.
I said I'm letting him live his life.
You say is the goat.
Why should I know? How do you know his girlfriend? I thought he was with this Brazilian woman or whatever forever.
She looks. She need a tan. She's Brazilian.
All right, if you're talking about MJ, you see the pictures online. Let's talk about one of his possible kids, Ant Edwards, killing the Suns the other day.
I mean, Anthony Edwards is truly a Jordan bastard child for sure. He has to be.
First of all, we're gonna start this right here and right now. The same thing happened with Jimmy Butler. First of all, I'm tired of hearing white men tell me that this man or these men are the sons of Michael.
Well, they're not really. Like, listen, I don't want to stand on that as if I think he's actually Michael Jordan because he's not. But he like has Jordan-esque qualities for sure, and he looks like him a little bit.
What Jordan-esque qualities does he have?
The bounce. It's really just that he floats a little bit like Jordan when he dunks.
And dunks, and he's got Jordan-esque abilities. I don't know if you've watched the NBA, but a lot of guys jump and dunk.
Dude, I mean, there's a difference though. Like he the 2 feet stuff and the way he just hangs in the air again, stuff like that. But again, I'm not somebody. I'm just having fun with that sort of thing, and like that he's talking shit and he's got the spotlight right now. I'm not literally. I would not compare anybody to Michael Jordan because no one moves like he does, and
everybody is doing it though.
You're right, they are. But it's like again, his post game, all these things. It doesn't look like Jordan.
Jordan's commenting on it.
What's up? Who's Jordan? Oh yeah, I mean yeah. Again, at the end of the day, like if I'm looking at the tape and stuff like that, everyone plays the same, kind of now. I feel like all these wings and stuff, they all have like if they're good, they have the turnarounds and they have those things, right? But it's like no one's getting it. Like Kyrie is more like Jordan in the way he plays, getting in the low post, the English on the layups. Like those are more actual Jordan qualities than what Ant Edwards is doing. But again, I'm just having fun with it's the mentality sort of stuff and him talking shit.
That they're nothing alike.
No, they're not. And again, I'm lumping in like Jimmy a little bit with that in the sense that I'm just like there's just
person that I ever want to hear that is like Michael Jordan. There's only
Kobe.
one.
It's Kobe. Yes,
they're the same person.
That's it. You're right. I agree.
give Kobe less credence of all things is because he was Michael Jordan. He studied Michael Jordan. He did the tongue. He did all the dunks. He walked like him. He did the chest pull. He did the mean mug. The way he leaned back. Everything he did was Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Everybody else, he dunked off 2 feet.
No, I appreciate you checking me because when I see the comments and that stuff, I'm always like, people are gonna run with this forever and like not really know probably. But no, you're right. You're right.
They're not stopping doing it. It's like,
yeah.
Oh, it's like okay, well, you want to go get swept for the first 10 years in your NBA career and be like Michael Jordan? Is that what we're talking about? Not getting out of the first round? Is that Michael Jordan like? Is that being on a great team and not being able to get out of the first round? Like what is he doing that's like Michael Jordan? He dunked on people. Again, I've watched Blake Griffin. I watched Andre. I could just name 1,000 people who dunked on people their whole careers. I'm like, what do you?
No, listen. The only thing I think looks like Jordan when he moves is the dunking. And again, it's not because he's dunking on people. It's because of just his like hang time. He does float a little bit in a way that not every athlete does. And again, there's other people that do that too. But it's not just him. But it's also the fact. Again, it's the combination of all these things, and it's just fun to call people like MJ's bastard son. It's just fun to say that.
When you hate the person.
Of course, yes. I know.
The only thing they got in common are their big nostrils. That's about the only thing that they got in common. And I can say that. They got big noses. Oh, whoop-de-doo. One's got hair. One's not wearing a chain, not wearing earrings. Like, I watch dudes dunk every day for a living. Also, last night, you brought up earlier, just off the side topic. LeBron James is 90,000 years old. He blocks Murray when Murray tried to dunk on him. Like, you're that old dude trying to dunk on you, block it. Now, at the end of the game, this is the thing of like making a good play versus bad play. LeBron, you cross bro over, he fell on his back, you're wide open. You got to hit that three.
You have to make that shot.
You have to make that three.
Thank you.
Know You're not the greatest 3-point shooter.
That was a
but
brick and a
this
half.
year- and this year alone, you have a higher 3-point percentage than Steph Curry, than Wardell Curry. You have a higher 3-point percentage. You have got to hit that to close that game out, and you didn't.
I thought he settled on that shot too.
And he should have went right to the hole.
Absolutely.
He should have went when he went. Dude slid out of the frame.
I was gonna say it wasn't a push off. It wasn't a push off. It was a clean cross.
He fell over because he thought.
I don't want it to be offensive foul or anything. I'm just
no. I mean, he thought LeBron was gonna go past him. He tried to like back up. But that's when you should have attacked the hole, because 2 plays before that, 2 plays in a row, you attacked the hole. You went to the rim.
And you could see him missing that shot before he shot it. You could see that split second of like him being like, "This is not the shot I wanted, and I need to take this shit, and I'm breaking it." So
and then on top of that, the thing that kills me the most about that is Vince Carter. Thank you. Oh, couldn't say crazy.
Vince Carter is better comp. Yeah,
I'm just again.
A much better
There's
comp.
like 1,000 names you can say about that. Anyway, back to the thing.
This is better though.
LeBron.
No, better comp to Edwards, I think.
LeBron misses that 3, and then when they're coming back down, again, he makes the right play. Now, the last 3 minutes of the game, him and AD kept switching off of Joker and Murray. He knows that there's only 5 seconds left. He taps AD on the butt and puts him on Murray, knowing that Murray's going to take that last shot because you want the length.
Yeah.
He's a skyscraper in front of him. There's nothing you could do. There's nothing like LeBron was scared to cover him. No, he plays the right way. You put the bigger defender in his way. If he makes that shot, God bless him. Guess what? God bless him.
AD played that perfectly.
Perfectly. There's no better defense you can play on that play. He just made the shot. That's why when AD's like, can you explain to me what happened in that play? He's like, he made the shot. Yeah. Like, there's nothing you could say. There's nothing more you could ask your player to do. There's nothing you can ask your player to do. But again, LeBron should have went to the hole and got that ball, and he didn't. So now today I get to deal with the hole. Jordan would have made that 3 when actually he would have passed off to Kerr, Paxton.
No, he'd have made that shit.
And everybody else would hit that 3.
He'd have buried it.
Hit 3s to win games.
He does actually. There's highlights of it. There's plenty. So
in the playoffs. In the playoffs.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm just saying, one guy's got triple the clutch.
Yeah, and triple the games and minutes too. I mean, come on, we got to get full context.
He quit 3 times and left the league. It's not
because he was winning. It was too easy.
Jordan's not a great 3-point shooter. He never was.
No, but I mean, he's a clutch shooter. It's not about that. It's about his bottoms.
We're talking about him taking a 3-point shot.
I know, and I'm saying that he has games where he's hit incredibly difficult deep threes that were bottoms swish because it's the moment and he made them. I'm saying in that moment, of course, who the fuck knows if Jordan would have hit that shot? You can't say he would have hit it. But I think that there are moments in Jordan's career that you go to and you're like, you just trust that he will, and I think that's how it goes.
Late in the game,
he had a game winner to win the finals.
Remember when I watched the games in the playoffs, was Anderson, Kerr, Kukoc hitting the 3s. I'm not saying Jordan didn't score 40 points. I'm not saying he didn't go up on.
He scored the last 4 points. He got the steal to win his last championship to get 6 in the second three-peat. I mean, come on now. Like, that's an incredible moment in history. Like, that's not nothing.
I said hitting a 3 to end the game.
Yes, and I said that he's not. There's no guarantee he hits that, but there's the moments that people go to, and that's why they think that's possible.
That's the end of the conversation. I said everybody's saying Jordan would hit that. There's no guarantee that he would hit that 3.
Right.
He doesn't hit 3s like that.
I'm agreeing with that. There's no guarantee. I'm just saying why I think that people are saying it.
Well, fuck those people. Anyway.
That's all you need to say. That's all you need to say. That's all you need to say.
Yeah, like I said, you have no idea because I get messages all the time. Like I said,
I'm sure.
That, like, don't know that you guys are white, and they just think that I don't like white people. it really cracks me up. Like, you know what? Don't worry about it.
Defend your honor right now. Defend your honor. Prove it.
I should start being like Stephen A.
Yes, exactly.
As a white man, I Henry tag.
Yeah, exactly.
Last thing before we get out, we're gonna Stephen A. Smith is in a whole heap of trouble because he went on Fox and was talking about black people loving Trump and political.
Oh, did he? Oh my god.
So he went on Hannity because he's doing his little tour for his rating or whatever. So he went on CNN and MSNBC and he went on all these things. But when he went on Fox, they showed him the polls that everyone knows Fox has the most skewed polls that they choose. And they're like, yeah, black people are really changing the tide for voting for, they want Trump. And so they showed him numbers. He regurgitated those numbers. He's like, yeah, well, black people now start to blah, 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 blah. Because Stephen A loves to say, I'm a black man. And he speaks for all black people. Well,
yes.
the NAACP came out. Black people came out in general. Was like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, you can't go say this. And so he like, you guys misunderstood what I'm saying. You don't understand.
No.
And then again, more black organizations came out. He apologized again. He's done 3 apologies now. The last apology is like, I was wrong, but what I'm saying was still kind of true though.
That's all that's his best apology he could give.
And the internet is destroying him right now, and it makes me laugh. I'll send you the thing about it, but it cracks me. I got a tweet right now with like 33,000 views and like 300 like retweets. I said, I part of the black delegation element for Stephen A. Smith.
Dude, I was gonna say, like, there's been other times this has happened before. Like, this is not the first time.
And normally it's not political stuff. Normally, it's like, you stay off the weed and the culture.
Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith, it kills me because again, now he's a Knicks fan, and he always was like. But I was in Philadelphia. Not no Philadelphia.
He's a oh my God. He's a homie hopper. He's just he's
a homie hopper. He ruined Philadelphia. He's the reason why we didn't get a championship. We didn't get a championship because he said, man, you guys are trying to get Tracy McGrady with Allen Iverson? That's not fair. That sounds dumb. Dude. And Toronto Raptors are like, wait a second. Stephen A. Smith thinks it's dumb? Yeah. What are we doing? We're going to be embarrassed in the league. Because he's a reporter for Philadelphia. So when you're a reporter for Philadelphia and someone down there says you're dumb, it does make you kind of reconsider what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's like the reports that came out with Chris Paul going to the Lakers. The reporter came out and said, you can't allow this to happen to Pelicans or the Charlotte. I think it was Charlotte at the time.
Yeah.
The Charlotte reporter was like, there's no way this should be legal. This can't happen.
Yeah.
Like they'll have a dynasty. Like you can't put them to. They're like, you know what? The league came and said, well, we're going to squash this because there was so many unanimous thought of like, you're allowed to do that. You can put these two on a team together. Like that's not fair. And so we lost out because of Stephen A. Smith. So he gets
that's another notch on fuck Stephen A. There you go.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Sassy assassin out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's what you got to do. As a white man, Jason Ferguson. Is there anything else we missed about the Sixers? Because I know we went on them for like 45 minutes today. Are they going to win on Thursday, Harry?
Yes.
Jason.
20.
Sure.
If you're going to talk like that, put your head down and don't look up at me. Because he's been wearing those sunglasses before games. I don't know what's wrong with him. But
so I saw a clip earlier today. It said that they think Oubre hit him in the eye during game 1 going up for a rebound, and it either scratched his cornea or did something to his eye. Because after that, he kept touching his eye in the first half of of game 1. And they think that's the play where it happened, but nobody's sure. And the Sixers are acting like it didn't happen.
Yeah, and
the fuck is happening, man?
Where he was
when he was hurt, his eye was just like
his eye was like glittering on him. Yeah, and I was like, look, and that was the other thing too. I was like, well, maybe he's missing free throws because that. I'm like, yeah, but you just went 12 for 12 before that, so I can't even put it on the eye thing. It was more of them when they started cursing you out, that pressure.
I mean,
Harris,
I don't know, man.
Who's Harris?
Tobias.
Steve, who you talk about?
Toby.
Who's Toby?
Toby.
Does he play basketball?
He's a nobody. He's a nobody. That's who he is.
Okay,
God damn it. He's a cone. He's a cone.
I didn't know. And the worst part about it is, to be fair, he played decent defense. Okay, defense. And my favorite part is like, Toby played great tonight. I'm like, is that the bar we're setting? Is that the bar we're setting?
He needs to at least get 18 rebounds, bro. Like, there's been games where he can do that, and it's like, dude, like, be a great rebounder. What is going on? Like, you jump high, you're a big body. Like, I just do something. So
this is not again. This isn't about the whatever. When I said the billionaire thing, still play basketball.
Yeah,
make that much money, play basketball. Tobias Harris has made $180 million, and it seems like he wants to have the season end. Yeah. It seems like for the last 3 months of this year, ever since he didn't get an All-Star, he's checked out. Because normally what happens is always happens. For All-Star, Tobias Harris is scoring 22 points a game. He's getting 12 rebounds. I'm an All-Star. He doesn't get an All-Star because everyone knows he's not an All-Star, and then he gives up on the team. Then he got injured. Then Nick Nurse sat him and let him get fully healthy. He's fully healthy, but he's just not trying and giving effort. Now he's playing a little bit of defense here and there, but he's also not rotating on assignments. He keeps getting lost on rotational assignments. Yeah. And you're not boxing out. You're standing there
Exactly.
watching other people go for the ball. And
Bro.
it's heartbreaking.
He's just soft.
The boxing out, bro. It's like in Batum, like again, it's all these vets and shit. I'm like, my God, like how is there not? How do you even get to this level and not do this shit?
Somebody called today. Again, I'm talking about radio stuff. Somebody called today, and Spike Exton, who just loves the Sixers. The guy said, "Well, it's hard to." It was OG Wade actually. I gotta get OG Wade on the show. OG Wade's like, "Well, when Maxey and Joel are putting up 30 shots a game, the other guys don't get enough shots to get in rhythm." And I do agree with that.
Yeah.
When you want Oubre to get into a rhythm, Oubre is a guy who's got to slash the hole early, get his confidence up, do his little bump and grind dunks that he does,
Yep.
and then he'll be more aggressive late. But if he doesn't do that, he's very timid. And then Spike was like, "Well, Brunson had 30." Yeah, but that's one player.
Right.
Taking 30. They had that dude out there, Lionheart, DiVincenzo. Who the fuck allows Josh Hart to do what he's doing? How is it possible that he's playing the way he's playing? So the 60 to 70 shots that Joel and Maxey are taking, there's only 20 shots for the rest of the team. So how much can I get on Tobias? Is he getting like 5 shots a game? He's also scared. He's not doing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that's the story of lots of teams, man. Like it's like guys are just, and that's how, and I get it. I agree. Like you go cold when guys are taking shots and you're not getting the ball. But like PJ Tucker's talked about it. Like how hard it is to like sit in the corner all game and touch the ball, and it's like, but again, like that's it's your job. That is your role in the NBA. Like that is your role. So that's the type of shit where I'm like, you thought you were gonna come to this team, like be on this team with Embiid and Maxey, and they weren't going to take most of the shots, like that type of thing. And Steve put it up, but it's like, damn, Oubre, I agree, man. Like, at what point did we just decide like we're not playing Tobias very much? Like, I mean, maybe we were going to wait till it's close to the end of the series, but like, I just don't.
At home, it better be boom, boom, Batum. Better be shaking the room. Like it's got to be. I guess we talked about earlier. Like it's got to be the council. You know what I mean? Like it's got to be B-ball Paul showing up at home.
For real. He'll go for boards, man. Like again, that last board. He would have gone for it.
Harry, before you were invited on to the panel of life, there was a time when Jason would tell me about B-ball Paul ain't nobody. You need to stop being one of those fans fronting on the nasty dunk. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And then he had his one shining moment. And I just laughed in Jason's face. I'm like, he did just against Joker. The one game he did it, and then he never did it again. And Jason's like, yeah, where's that at again? Like when's the last time he? Hey, remember B-ball Paul went for that? Remember when you texted me that B-ball Paul got 30 points, 15 rebounds? Like, it's capable for you to do it against the quote-unquote greatest center in the league in Denver with the altitude. And then you just disappear for 4 points and talking trash on podcasts. Like,
yeah, I mean, we just need rebounds, though. but like,
show up at home.
The role players always play better at home. And
yes, that's
Hart won't shoot as well in Philly like he did in New York. Like it's just all that.
They got the bounces too, like that double triple doink or whatever they got. I mean, just like bounces. I know it's everything. It's literally everything. It's like we suck, they suck, the refs suck, the rims suck. Like it's fucking everything, bro.
And they might Josh Hart might get the shots. Nick Nurse is again.
They're leaving him open.
He has said, Oubre and Harris, you are on Brunson. You're sticking to him, and he's the guy you're leaving off the rotation. He's the last one to rotate to, and he misses 7 shots in a row. But then when he starts hitting them, it's a wrap, and you've got to put a hand in his face. So we'll see. But again, at the same time, we always know the same thing we said earlier. The crowd is going to be a huge issue, and they've got to be up, and they've got to stay up, and they've got to command, or the town will turn against them. And if we get somebody to break for chicken, it's a guaranteed dub. That's guaranteed dub.
That's facts.
I wish I could ring the bell, but you know what I saw today? That ring the bell, which was is Cross and Broad. I don't like them that much either. They're all right sometimes.
Yeah.
But Cross and Broad put up that they should have Saquon Barkley ring the bell at home.
I did see that.
That's a good one.
I thought that would be pretty gangster. I don't even know if Saquon would do that. I don't know if Saquon would troll like that.
He doesn't fuck with the New York. Like, I mean, at least not the Giants, but like,
I mean, hey, look, that would be gangster.
That would be tight.
If they extended that to him and he did that, hey, look, I might have to go get me a jersey.
Jeez.
I mean, I had to go get me a jersey.
That'd be
yeah, it's sad because I want them to win. At the same time, I want them to get swept, and I want to trade Joel Embiid.
Yep. We're back to that. Back to
What-
trading Joel.
It's time.
For what?
For what?
Yeah. For who?
For draft picks. Harry, like, okay, so we're at all the things I've said and I've complained about, like getting rid of Ben. I've never been the one to be like, oh, we got to trade Joel Embiid. But at this point, he's at the max of what I can get for him. Whatever you think you can get for him. Rudy Gobert, they got 2 first-round draft picks, 3 players, and then 4 second-round draft picks. He's 9 times better than Rudy Gobert. Gobert, they gave up a force army for him. So if I can get anywhere close to that, give me that, because right now he's in his prime. But Joel Embiid is never going to win a championship as the number 1 option on a basketball team in this league. He is never going to win a championship. And as a Sixer, he may never get to the Eastern Conference Finals. And that's a fact at this point.
I mean, it's easier to say that than obviously like things that turned around. But I mean, I do think that the health is the main factor. Obviously, he's been hurt every year, but like I don't think it's him as a player that he can't lead a team.
I'm not saying it's him as a player.
I know. I don't think you are, but my thing is like, again, I'm like, I grew up like Allen Iverson. Yes, I love Allen Iverson, but I was 6 years old when he was in the championship. You know what I mean, the finals. So it's like for me, the mediocrity was my youth. You know what I mean, with this team. So like to have Joel come in and be the process and be the hope and be the type of guy he is and all this stuff. It's like, I want to ride for my guys. You know what I mean? Like I want him to succeed in the city. So it's like, I don't think it's necessarily the most strategically smart, whatever approach that I'm taking, but it's like, it's not like I'm the only person that is a fan of a certain player on a certain team and wants them to succeed on that team. You know what I mean? So, and I do believe in him still, and I'm hopeful for 1 year. Nick Nurse, like, give me 2 years give me 2 years and let's get like a few less draft picks in 2 years maybe or something. But I want to at least like have one season where we can look at the whole season and see what happens. So hopefully that's next year. But it's a sad because I'm gonna be out on the Sixers. I'm gonna be out. Like if we trade Joel and we suck for another 4 or 5 years and Maxey doesn't get to do anything with the team, like I'm gonna be out not on the Sixers because I'm never gonna be out, but it's like I'm gonna be so not into it. Like it's gonna be back to those process days again. It's gonna feel like that.
When the Wolves traded for Gobert, everybody thought that was the dumbest thing on the planet.
Yeah.
Everybody thought they were going to be terrible because they had no draft picks, they had no prospects, they had no nothing. So they still turned it around and got back to fruition pretty quickly.
If he goes to the Warriors or something, I don't know. If he goes to a team that he can win on, like I want him to succeed. Anyway.
Again,
so
at that point, I'm not worried about him. I'm saying to you, I need to get the most value from him. Yeah. I don't care where he goes. I need the most value because what we are right now, we are the Trailblazers watching Dame Lillard. We are,
maybe
we are the Jazz. We're literally the Jazz without even getting a chance to go to the finals. Like you got Stockton and Malone. I got Maxey and Embiid. And we can't even get to the Eastern Conference Finals. Like Joel's that kind of talent. So I don't believe in Morey because I don't believe in what he could do. But I think that, again, watching how these other teams look at OKC.
Yeah.
OKC was flipping and dipping players over and over and over again. And then they did the process so much better than the Sixers did because of their assessment of talent. So I have a hope and faith that, like, I don't know what I can get for Joel Embiid. Like, to what you're saying, you're right. I don't know if I'm going to get equal value instantly, but the potential juggernaut of a move that I can make by moving him somewhere and potentially somewhere where he can go off and win and shine and do whatever. But getting that back and saying in a 3-year period, Maxey growing up and I can get a couple young pieces or flip something and get a Kawhi Leonard to come here. Again, look at the Raptors. They lost to LeBron James for 9 straight years. He leaves, they make one power move to get a Kawhi, and they get rid of Rosen, who obviously shows that he's still just a mid-range guy, can't do the hustle things that Lowry can do as much as I've trashed Lowry for winning. Yeah. But I don't know if DeRozan would have won on that team versus Lowry because Lowry was one jumping all over the floor, doing all the dirty work that Kawhi wouldn't do. So there are certain moves that could be made, and I don't think bringing Paul George here next year is going to help us. Playoff P, way off P.
Maybe not. I mean, I saw. Speaking of the playoff, did you see KG his breakdown of the difference between Kawhi and PG on defense? He was like, PG's a security guard. You know what I mean? He doesn't even have handcuffs. But he said that Kawhi, he's like, get on the ground. Kawhi's just coming in with the guns out. Like I was like, oh shit, that's a great way to put it because PG be getting hit game winners on all day, every day. It seems like playing good defense, but getting the game winners hit on him. and then Kawhi's out here just clamping usually. So I don't know, but
if we took Tatum,
I digress.
I agree with that. Also, my other favorite thing that someone said is, oh God, I just lost my train of thought because he said that Jason Tatum thinks I hate Jason Tatum so much. He's not a superstar. And I can't stand him. And he's had his son doing everything.
Yeah.
Kawhi. Somebody said, I don't understand why everybody hates on Joel Embiid, but Kawhi has only played 40% of his games and he's missed every playoff series since
Kawhi won.
Because
he's got 2 rings.
Kawhi won 2 championships. Right. That's why. If Joel wins 1 championship, he could die in a Sixers uniform on a bench like Udonis Haslem for all I care. You could pay him till he was 92 years old to be the 13th man on the bench if he wins me a championship. Joel Embiid wins me a championship next year. I literally would give up $15 a day just to pay his salary. I mean, yeah, in this economy. I mean, we don't have to like it couldn't just be me by myself. But I mean, all of us like
yes.
But I give it up for that's what I would do for that championship. One. So when people try to compare him to Kawhi, I'm like, what are you doing?
I'll just get an Embiid tattoo. We're good. Like.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
If they win.
You're gonna get it with braids and afro.
Yeah, we'll see, man.
Gotta be the afro and DX chop. A little one of those. Just on my back. Full back tattoo. Just big ass Joel Embiid. Just
full back stamp.
I just take that shirt off and I just like at the beach, just Joel. I'm gonna get that shit colored in and shaded so it doesn't fade. It's gonna look nice and clean every day.
I tell you what. He's gonna have to start saying, as a black man, I Harry tags. Have you seen my back?
I was like,
I'm down with the cause. I'm down with the cause. Yeah, I would have done that in Iowa, but you check out my tattoo. Check out my tattoo. You know where I'm at. Off the weed, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. By the way, I said it again. I said it before. I'm putting it in there. Harry has migrated over to Harry Aristotle MMA box. We didn't even talk about boxing today. That's how bad.
Shit. Yeah.
Sixers are. You know what? Maybe we'll try and sneak in after the draft post game show. So Friday or Saturday sometime we'll try and figure it out so we can get back in here and talk about the draft immediately after the draft this weekend. We'll get it together. Right? Maybe we'll double dip. But boxing was fun. Dude was drinking beers, won the game, plus 500. A lot of people want some money off of that.
Wild.
Harry's got the new site linked up, the new pod linked up. So if you just want the MMA, if you just want the fighting, if you just want to see Harry walk around without a shirt on talking MMA stuff, he is on the TikTok.
Once in a while.
Hey, look. I tell you what, I'm
gonna have to show some technique. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to show a little technique.
I mean, he out there. Look, you don't
showing something. Huh?
You don't go to.
Hey, not quite yet.
You don't. You know what I mean? You're out here looking like the Hulk and stuff like that. Harry's one of those guys when I go to the gym, I'm like, dog, you won. Why are you here? Yeah. Like you already won. You know what I mean? Like I and the dudes going there, once they got the neck muscles, there's 3 of them. I'm like, dog, go home. Like whatever race it was, whatever competition you doing, you won. Just go home.
I'm single, so there's some girls in the gym. That's there's reasons. There's reasons.
All of a sudden at home, Kate's gonna be an MMA fan. All of a sudden,
hey, you know so much about this. Hey, you might have to block Harry. You might to block Harry in the house. You know what I mean? Every day I wake up with put a shirt on.
Jiu-jitsu, some BMF for Harry. Hey, Steve, let's go, Steve.
Steve's my guy.
That's my guy, Steve.
Steve's the day one up in here.
Absolutely.
162 people. Steve,
which BMF, Steve? Which BMF? Which BMF?
The rest of y'all punks out here, you're probably Jordan fans scared to come in here.
Yeah.
And the heat. That's what's wrong with you.
I'm here for you.
Wannabes. I apologize. I did not mean to insult the people that are watching this. Thank you for coming in here. Because it was really bad in the dark days when there was only 3 people watching.
Appreciate that.
And one of them was Jason and his girl. So I appreciate all of you. Don't be mad because I'm talking about you in the streets. But just tell your friends and tell a friend to come back again. Subscribe on the YouTube. Like I said, Harry's link's coming in. We're gonna get back to the regular stuff and doing what we need to do. We gotta get past these playoffs and win a dang gum game because everybody is hurting. Clap your hands, 76ers. I, as a black man, JJ Stone, aka Black Gritty, another episode of Gritty Nights. We're out. We'll talk to you later.